Okay, let's talk about the Buy Local Fair. It's happening on Sunday. Over 100 local vendors. Reagan's here with us with Rainbow Blossom. You're also on the board for LIBA. This is going to be such a fun event. Tell us a little bit about Rainbow Blossom and what you guys are going to be doing on Sunday.
Sure. So we're a locally owned grocery store, natural food store. We are a founding member of LIBA. We've been around almost 50 years. We're super excited for the event. We've been involved for many, many years.
Cooking competition happening. This is a really fun, popular event that happens every year.
Yeah. So we have two chefs that are going head to head. They're from Mayan Cafe and Monks Road Boiler House.
Okay.
And so they get to choose their protein. We surprise them with produce and some center aisle items, and they have 30 minutes to cook, and then they are judged. And
do they have a surprise ingredient too? Did I hear you say that? Okay.
So I get to pick the surprise ingredient, which is pretty fun for me. And they also don't know what the produce is.
Okay, very cool. One of the other vendors that's going to be there is Shrubology. Sandy's with us this morning. You're whipping up something for us this morning, Sandy. What is it?
So we're doing basically what I like to call a mojito. So it is a non-alcoholic mojito.
I love it.
So our brand new flavor is blackberry hibiscus. It is dropping this weekend at the fair. Ooh. So we have muddled some mint and some blackberries in your glass here.
And tell us a little bit about what Shrubology is, if people haven't heard of you before.
Yes. So a shrub, it's actually a centuries-old product it was something that was brought to light as another way of preserving fruit.
Okay.
Basically, in as simple terms as I can, it is a concentrated fruit and vinegar syrup. So super tangy, super tart. It's really concentrated. A little goes a long way.
Okay.
We're just adding a little bit of that blackberry shrub, a little bit of lime juice.
So you're making all of these different mixers.
I am.
Okay. And at the event this weekend, are you going to be making drinks, or people just buy the product? What's all going on?
Just going to be buying the product.
Okay.
We do have all of our flavors available to sample, so if there's any flavors that anybody wants to try, it pretty much sells itself.
Okay.
So this recipe here, this is very simple. You can do it at home. You see how quick it goes. But a great thing that we learned about is Topo Chico, lime and mint. If you're going to the boat or camping or anywhere where you don't want to take mint and limes and have to deal with all the tools and things like that, our bottle of shrub
and a Topo
Chico, and you've got basically
a delicious drink. Easy peasy. And this is perfect. I just took a drink because it is a mojito, so I can have a little fun this morning with it. Alex and Gary, I'm going to send it back to you now.
That looks so good.
Yes.
And refreshing.
I mean, honestly, I'm thinking all the concoctions you could come up with this summer with those refreshing flavors and whatnot. I saw a jalapeno pineapple one. Whew.
And the fact that you can make it with alcohol or not,
without.
that's even better.
Even better. I love to see it. Matt, I know a lot of folks are going to be trying to get out there this weekend and finally enjoy some sunshine.
Yeah, it's going to be some good weather across much of the area. It's beautiful this morning, too, with that great sunrise as we look upstream of the Ohio River. Temperatures upper 50s and low 60s. It is comfortably cool to start the morning as you get ready to hit the roads. Temperatures will be in those low 60s through the peak of the morning rush. And by the time we make that Friday evening commute, we're talking warm and dry conditions. We top out in the mid 80s, much like the past couple of days. That'll be the same this afternoon, just lower humidity. All right, checking out I-65. This is through southern Indiana. Earlier, the northbound lanes between Eastern Parkway and Veterans Parkway, we had a crash that has now been cleared, and things are looking good on the commute across the WLKY region. More weather, traffic, and news headlines. It's coming up when we come back.
You're watching WLKY News.
Hey, imagine having one of these to make your breakfast. In Maine, a new smoothie bike lets people pedal their way to a healthy snack. So patients have to power the blender with each ride, and then you pick your own ingredients to watch it come together. The hospital says this is about getting their patients moving while showing where their food comes from. The staff hopes to take the bike to some events, schools, festivals across the city.
If you like this, you can actually do that here. Norton has one, a smoothie bike. Yeah, and they take it to things like Bike Beat Cancer, Bike to Beat Cancer, and things like that. They have it in their health center, and I've ridden it. And it's
you made a smoothie
pretty
with it?
cool. Yeah,
you have made your smoothie with it?
well, not the whole thing. It's a lot of pedaling.
Yeah, of course, you wouldn't want to.
But you can make a donation, do some pedaling, and then you can have a free smoothie at most of their events that they take it to.
Give us a mile, you get a smoothie.
I like it. It's kind of fun.
No, I do like it. I think it's cool.
I like a smoothie too.
I do. I think it's cool.
I'm kind of like, look.
Well, milkshake.
Look, it's all fine. It's all fine. I think especially the weather the next few days is gonna be great for biking. It's gonna be great for doing whatever you want to do outside. But then you just go inside, you hit the little done.
But Matt,
it's an interactive way. It's an interactive way.
Burn some calories for that smoothie.
It teaches
people.
Go
walk the stairwell of the hospital a couple times and then hit a button.
It's easier that way. It's easier to sit on the bike and do it.
And you know how you make a protein shake or a smoothie, it always tastes better when somebody else makes it. Maybe this is like that.
Yeah.
I like how you were like milkshake.
Well, we know that's what you would prefer.
Well, yeah, I was trying to meet you where you are.
I had one last night, and it was handed to me through a drive-through window, and it was fantastic. I didn't pedal one thing except, but I did strawberry.
Ooh, nice.
Really?
In season right now. The strawberries have been really good.
They have been good this year. I think cookies and cream is the
my son and daughter got those. So, and then if my youngest is up because he spent the night with grandma and grandpa where he was for sure spoiled, but if William's hearing me, he's like, hold on, I didn't get one.
Oh, makeup time.
So we're gonna have to do it all over again today. Oh, terrible. All right, let's talk about some great weather. 62 right now, there's some 50s as you head away from the city. We're gonna go up into the 80s with tons of sunshine today. Highs are gonna peak around 84 degrees with low humidity. It's going to be warm and dry for most, not just today, but through the weekend. I say for most because we've been talking about this lately. There's going to be a shower chance late tonight, mainly after midnight into tomorrow morning, and this is going to be in our southern communities as you head closer to and south of the parkways. Main concerns would be lightning if we can get some thunderstorms going and some heavy downpours, but I don't see this being a big shift away from what is overall going to be a warm and dry weather pattern ahead. But here's some of those shower chances again after midnight and into tomorrow morning in our southern communities. E-Town, you can get a shower as well as Hardinsburg, but especially down toward the Cumberland Parkway from Bowling Green over into Adair County. Maybe a heavy downpour possibility. That fades away tomorrow afternoon. Only a slight chance it comes back into Sunday afternoon towards Adair County. So again, rain chances on the low side for the better part of the next 7 days, but we watch those to the south tomorrow morning. Otherwise, Sunday through the bulk of next week, we're looking dry, comfortable lows in the upper 50s, warm highs in the low 80s, and that just looks to persist for the next several days. It won't be until not this weekend, but next weekend that we see a little better chance for rain across the entirety of the area. Still plenty of time to watch that. Carrie and Alex.
All right, Matt, thank you. Right now, Blue Origin working to figure out what caused this massive explosion at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station. Officials say the company's New Glenn rocket was going through a late-night test when something went wrong, triggering a major blast. The good news, no injuries were reported and all staff are accounted for. The rocket had been scheduled to launch as early as next week as part of Blue Origin's 4th New Glenn mission. Well, U.S. and Iranian negotiators reportedly reached a tentative agreement extending the already fragile ceasefire. It aims to start a new round of talks to end the war.
Washington correspondent Rachel Hersheimer joining us from Washington this morning. Rachel, where does the deal stand now?
So Alex and Carrie, this is just a temporary framework. Vice President J.D. Vance told reporters on Thursday that it is clear Iran wants to make a deal with the United States, but at this point, the two sides are still working through the wording of this tentative agreement.
We do think they're negotiating, at least so far, in good faith, and we're making some progress. Hopefully, we'll continue to make progress. The president will be in a position where he can endorse the agreement, but obviously, that's still TBD.
According to a U.S. official, negotiators have agreed to extend the ceasefire for 60 days and begin new talks over Iran's nuclear program. The vice president suggested the back and forth between these sides involves that very issue. Sources are also telling the Associated Press the memorandum makes clear Iran will not be able to impose tolls on the strait, which was free to travel before the conflict began. The tentative agreement also states the U.S. would gradually lift its blockade of Iran's ports. Now, despite ongoing negotiations to end the war, the Treasury Department announced yesterday that it will be imposing additional sanctions on Iranian oil sales. Carrie?
And the Treasury Department also announced it is planning a new design for a $250 million bill. What do we know about that, Rachel?
Yeah, so Carrie, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said to reporters yesterday that his department is working to put the face of President Trump on a $250 bill. Bessent said it will ultimately be up to lawmakers here in Washington to pass legislation to make this official. But Carrie, this is just the latest example of President Trump using his brand since returning to the White House. We have seen the president's face it's been put on federal buildings here in D.C. The president's name was also added to the Kennedy Center building here in Washington. Carrie?
All right, Rachel Hersheimer live in Washington for us this morning. Rachel, thank you. Right now in Texas, 8 students are recovering after being stranded on a roller coaster during their senior trip. This is scary. Officials say the group got stuck Thursday night on the Iron Shark at Pleasure Pier in Galveston, dangling in the air backwards. Look at that. They're facing this way, and it was for about 4 hours. Emergency crews say the ride was 100 feet tall. Their ladders went up just enough, about 105 feet. Officials say the teens were visibly shaken. All of them are doing all right. Matt, I think that is probably one of my worst nightmares.
I've been on that ride. Yeah.
You didn't get stuck, thankfully.
I got married in Galveston, Texas. I mean, it's 30, 45 minutes from my mom's house. So, yeah, I've been on that ride. And glad I didn't get stuck and glad they got rescued. All right, let's talk 5 degrees cooler than this time yesterday across the metro area. Puts us at 62. The humidity's low. Comfortable air building in from the north and east. Even some 40s up near Fort Wayne, Indiana, to 70s in Paducah. So there's definitely a difference in air masses. And while the drier air, the sunny skies win out today, I do have to talk about a shower chance for some to kick off the weekend tomorrow morning. I'll take a closer look at that wet weather chance in your forecast coming up.
You're watching WLKY News.
There's a key message that we need to let drivers know. You will be able to reach your destinations.
Monday is the day I-65 shutting down until the fall, while officials are confident construction will stay on schedule.
Plus, Kentucky farmers are shelling out more than ever for fertilizer, the solution lawmakers are working on right now.
And mail carriers dealing with a growing problem on their routes, dog bites. Louisville's on the list, too. We'll explain why it matters on your street. Guys, it matters a lot. They don't want to get bitten.
Yes.
Hey, 6:31 this morning. Beautiful sunrise out there, and we are looking at a gorgeous weekend. I know most of us are just expecting to get some things done that has been taking a while, maybe mowing the lawn.
Oh, yeah. Gonna have some dry out time for sure, but we are tracking some rain chances for some.
It'll be in our southern communities by this time tomorrow morning. We'll watch for a few of those. It's not going to last very long, though.
Good
and
news.
We're going to have a lot of good, nice skies out there. We saw that beautiful sunrise out there. We'll take that. Sunglasses, sunscreen needed in your Friday forecast. Temperatures, though, starting out comfortably, even a little cool in Madison and Sellersburg in the 50s at 57 with low 60s in E-Town and Bowman Field at 61, 62 at Ali. It's just a few mainly high, thin clouds in our skies right now. We're going to mix in a lot of sunshine through the day. 63 by 8 o'clock, going 66 by 9. We'll make some jumps late in the morning that get us into the 70s by 10 o'clock and 77 by midday. We go to highs that hit 84 degrees to kick off your weekend forecast. We're warm, we're dry, we're less humid through this Friday. As we get late tonight, I think it's after midnight and through tomorrow morning, our southern communities will have a shower chance. So the farther south you live from Louisville, a couple of raindrops will be possible through the Saturday morning time frame. Otherwise, we're partly cloudy, 82 for the high, 81 on Sunday. So the numbers come down just a tad. And we're warm, and again, I say mainly dry across much of the area because an isolated shower chance down toward the Cumberland Parkway, far southern Kentucky, will be a possibility. So just kind of keep that in mind as you make your plans through the course of the weekend ahead. But for many, it looks great. It looks like that's going to last into next week. I'll have more on that in your 7-day forecast coming up in the next look at weather. But right now at 6:32, let's send it back to the news.
And talking about the roads now, we've been counting down the days to that I-65 closure, which is set for Monday. Remember, folks, after the weekend, Monday, you're going to have to find an alternate route if you take 65, and it comes right in the middle of the busy summer travel season at Ali International. Most access points to SDF, they will stay open from the Watterson Expressway, though drivers can still use exit 11 like normal, and from I-65 northbound, you can still get there with exit 131A. But here is the big change. I-65 will be shut down just north of the airport, so southbound drivers coming from downtown, they will have to follow the posted detours.
It's going to take longer, so we're going to have to find a different route, and prayerfully we don't miss our planes or connections going to wherever we're going.
Now, the airport says travelers should expect heavier than normal traffic in the area, and they suggest people on departing flights look at traffic conditions while planning their trip.
And despite drivers raising concerns, city leaders say I-65 is expected to open on time in August. They say it would take a lot to shift that schedule.
It would take something pretty catastrophic to have this schedule change at all, and that would have to be not just rain, but a catastrophic weather event or something else that we could not foresee.
Now, if that did happen, officials say the closure would continue, but they would work to reopen as soon as possible. And you can find more maps like this one you see there on your screen detailing the interstate closure right now on WLKY.com. We also have a list of resources, including a way to get alerts about the project sent right to your phone.
Officials in Indiana say some city projects are on hold now to cover the cost of vandalism at a local park. The town manager of Georgetown says someone threw bricks through the bathroom windows at Ashley Mariah Park. They broke the toilets and the sinks. Repairs are expected to cost between $5,000 and $8,000. Now, it's just the latest in a string of incidents at the park, and that includes damage to the play area that was just built 2 years ago with grant money and community donations.
And since we've added the playground, you know, residents have really shown up and they really appreciate the park. And you can see there's kids out here now that wouldn't have been there previously before the playground. So we've really done the work for them, and it's just disappointing that this continued vandalism, even though it started out small, has quickly escalated, can really hinder what's going on for these families and residents.
The park bathrooms will be locked for the next few weeks as they try to fix them. But if you know anything about who did this, you are asked to call Georgetown Police.
Most Kentucky farmers say they cannot keep up with the cost of fertilizer right now, and lawmakers in Washington are working to bring them some relief. The Kentucky Farm Bureau says fertilizer prices have surged about 55% since February. A new proposal called the Homegrown Fertilizer Act would offer incentives to boost U.S. production and help bring costs down.
And as long as we keep the nutrients, the mosaics, the Cargills, as long as you keep your large ag retailers out of it and keep it in the hands of small co-ops, farmer-owned co-ops, and things where the farmer has a say, I think that will really be beneficial in that act.
The bill is now working its way through both House and Senate agriculture committees. The Metro Budget Committee is more than halfway through its hearings to dig deeper into the mayor's billion-dollar proposal for next fiscal year. Now, when talking to the Cabinet for Economic Development, leaders had a lot of questions about how the department works with One Louisville. They also asked how the department is allocating the $3 million South End Loan and Incentive Fund.
There was $1 million that went to Dixie Highway restaurants. I believe we have approximately $500,000 remaining in that okay. Funding stream. In the loans and grant fund, that was another $1 million. We have approximately $300,000 that has not gone out the door.
O'Brien adds there's another $1 million incentive they have not allocated just yet. More departments will face questions into next month as the hearings continue. Metro Council is expected to vote on the budget June 25th.
Hey, listen to this. A Florida woman's traffic stop is going viral after a deputy accused her of holding a phone in a hand she doesn't have. Body camera video from the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office shows Katie Thomas laughing when she was pulled over in February. The deputy said that he saw her using her phone in her right hand while driving. Thomas explained she was born without a right hand, but she says the officer was still skeptical.
You did not have your phone in your hand?
I did not.
Hand to God, you didn't have your phone in your hand.
Hand to God.
The other hand to God, you didn't have your phone in your hand.
Hand to God.
Okay, despite the evidence, the deputy still gave her a citation and told her that she could dispute it. A hearing was scheduled for this week, but court records show the citation was dismissed at the request of the deputy. She had a little fun with that one, didn't she?
Yeah, good for her. I'm glad that she did. Mail carriers across the country, this is not fun. They're getting new warnings about dog bites, and Louisville is on this list. The U.S. Postal Service is launching a month-long dog bite awareness campaign starting Monday. It focuses on safety for mail carriers. Last year, more than 5,000 postal workers were bitten by dogs. The USPS says Louisville ranks 15th in the country for these incidents, while Indianapolis ranks 7th. Indiana also made the top 10 states. Officials say if a carrier feels unsafe because of your dog, your mail delivery can be suspended.
Yeah, we don't want our postal workers getting bit, guys. Hey, an Indiana firefighter is being called a hero after rescuing an unlikely survivor from rushing floodwaters. Firefighters in Madison Township were responding to a water rescue Wednesday after a car got stuck in high water. Now, officials say the person inside did make it out safely, but as crews were wrapping up, they heard something else in trouble. It was a baby deer that was swept downstream in the rising water, and that is when Captain Joe Sinclair stepped in, waded into the current to save the little fawn. Good news story, Matt.
Yeah, I like that. All right, let's talk about, I think, traffic this morning. We don't really have that many problems. The couple of issues that there are out there are all on the right-hand shoulders. This is 64 East at Hurstbourne, so no problems there. And everything's moving well. Just be a little extra cautious on that entrance ramp. Make sure you're taking it slow, letting everybody through. Clouds and radar, nice and dry. We're comfortable, 50s and 60s this morning. Watching some showers out to the west. Those will affect some by tomorrow morning. I'll tell you who has the best chance for a little bit of rain in what's otherwise a very warm and dry 7-day forecast coming up.
All right, Matt, thank you. Hey, Lou City just made a signing you don't see every day. A new player who's just 10 years old. We're going to introduce you to him after the break. But first, we're checking in live this morning with Blakely McHugh. Hey, Blakely.
Hey guys, we are talking all about the Buy Local Fair. It's happening this Sunday. It's supporting local businesses, and that includes the kidpreneurs in our area. We're talking to them, plus the people who are supporting them.
You're watching WLKY News.
Dad, the front door is locked.
There's a window in the back. We'll crawl through that.
You're going the wrong way.
To your school.
To any of our schools. You don't know where our schools are?
Hey, all the chaos of Dad taking over the house when Mom is not home is hitting the big screen. Critics say the movie The Breadwinner feels a lot like the 1983 classic Mr. Mom with a very 21st century twist. You can see it now in theaters to maybe give you a little inspiration for a gift ahead of Father's Day. I saw this. It looked pretty funny, but we all know the dads, especially me and you, Carrie, who hold it down when we're at work like now, getting the kids up for school, getting them out the door.
Thank you for saying that.
And in the afternoons.
Yes.
I mean, it's just true. We're lucky.
Honestly, like praise to my husband, and I know your husband gets Teddy, and mine has 3, and it's when I say rough, I mean, he doesn't complain, but he tells me some stuff.
Absolutely. And you know how it is, Matt, like when you split.
To the moms as well, by the way.
Of course.
Always.
It is, people assume that, though.
Yeah.
But we know that the dads are out there hustling with those kids, too.
I have an issue, because, I am I'm the hands-on dad hustler, and I don't always like I think the biggest character is kind of the Homer Simpson, character of the world that is just a dodo, and
And that's just not the case.
And you know what? It's 2026. You can't be that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, change a diaper, vacuum the house,
and remember
do some laundry.
Things that overwhelm the mom brain. Remember the appointments. Remember the things that the kids. Oh, by the way, the kids need lunch tomorrow for school or whatever, a snack. That helps a lot.
I tell you what, too, dads, if you ever bring, I know school's over, if you ever bring a lunch to school that has been forgotten, or something like that to daycare, I mean, you're a hero.
Yeah.
You get hero treatment for that, both from your kids and the school. Look at that dad bringing the lunch in because mom forgot.
I was going to say, and if it's a mom, they're like, why'd you forget in the first place? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, trust me, mom forgot.
Been there.
I'm telling you straight up, I forgot.
Look, we all have a lot to do. We're shifting parents from school days, right?
Yeah.
Last for some
summer.
up in New Albany, Floyd County.
Yeah.
I know that's their last day. We're going to be talking about shifting into camp mode and stuff. And that's just the whole new thing, right? Sometimes you got to bring swimsuits, lunches, towels, all that stuff in the morning when it used to just be book bags. But we're talking 62 degrees right now. Boy, the weather is favorable across the area. Some 50s in the cooler spots. Highs going into the 80s with lots of sunshine, just a few passing clouds and low humidity today. Get ready for a beautiful one. Here we are, 5 o'clock today. We're dry across the region. We watch some showers out to the west. Those are going to affect our southern communities late tonight and into tomorrow morning from Hardinsburg, E-Town, and let's say Lebanon and Marion County, and points off to the south. So again, southern sections of the WLKY area have a rain threat through tomorrow morning. We dry that out into the afternoon. Slight chance it could come back toward the Cumberland Parkway on Sunday in the afternoon hours, but overall Sunday does look on the whole drier for those of you in the south. And we look at those expected rainfall tallies, especially in that Saturday morning time frame. If we can get a few thunderstorms rumbling, could push close to an inch around Adair County. I think most will be under that, but a little bit of wet weather to kick off the weekend to the south. Otherwise, look at this quiet 7-day forecast. Lots of outdoor plans. The weather's going to be nice with highs in the low and mid 80s and lows, especially Sunday through much of next week, comfortably cool into the upper 50s. All right, hopefully you can get out and enjoy it. It's 6:45 now. Let's send it back to Carrie and Alex.
All right, Matt, one of the biggest fundraisers for the Louisville Independence Business Alliance is happening on Sunday.
Yeah, we're talking about the Buy Local Fair. It's at Lynn Family Stadium, and there's actually going to be some kidpreneurs there as well. Blakely's been teasing us all morning. Hopefully we get to see them now, Blakely.
Yeah, we are. We're going to show you what they're selling. Before we get to the Kidpreneur, though, we've got to talk about the people who are sponsoring the Kidpreneur program this weekend at the Buy Local Fair. Jeremy with Burke Accounting with us this morning. Supporting local. It's more than just like the vendors, right, or your brick and mortar locations. It's people like Burke Accounting who have been around for, decades. So tell us a little bit about just how impactful these events are and supporting local is.
Oh, it is incredible. This is we've sponsored the Kidpreneur Market for a few years now. It is the best thing watching these kids develop and grow, and what the ACE Project does for them. And then I recommend everybody please come out, celebrate local entrepreneurs.
What do you guys love about supporting the Kidpreneur program?
Oh, well, just watching them grow up. I have kids of my own, 14 and a 11-year-old. So, I always say every time I see these kids, I'm like, why are my kids doing all this too?
Well, you got to get them in there then, Jeremy. You're the numbers guy, so you teach them all the backside, right?
Yes, yeah. But it's very, very important. It's just wonderful to see.
I love it. Okay, so let's talk about the Kidpreneurs. And we've got Jamaria with us this morning with 4Js. Tell us a little bit about what your business is.
So my business is basically all natural, handcrafted bath, body, and spa products that we use, not just for luxury, but to also help your skin, drowning out any impurities and just creating an overall natural wellness for your body and healthy skin.
Show us and tell us what some of these products are that you've brought for us this morning.
Okay, so we have lotions here. This one is literally the favorite now. It's a new one, but it's literally already the favorite. Okay. It has actual turmeric in here and just like some oils, like jojoba oil, things like that.
Why do you think it's a favorite?